Welcome to the Sell Smarter podcast. Every week, we give you 5 big insights and strategies so you can sell smarter. Sell Smarter is brought to you every week by the sales and marketing research experts at salesfuel.com. Be prepared to be brilliant with Sales Fuel. In this week's show, we're kicking things off with some fresh inspiration for your next sales-related LinkedIn post. Because yes, your network is watching. Then, we're diving into the best inside sales tips to keep your pipeline flowing and your manager off your back. For my marketers and top-of-funnel friends, I've got the scoop on selling more political campaign advertising as the midterms heat up. Plus, I'll recap the top takeaways from our recent chat with a leading expert. You won't want to miss these gems. And finally, for all you team leaders and execs, we'll wrap up with strategies to leverage assessments for hiring sales reps. Let's get into it. Here's this week's first strategy. Let's talk about how to make your LinkedIn posts actually work for you, instead of just adding to the noise. First, ditch the cold pitches and start sharing real stories, insights, and helpful content. According to HubSpot's Justina Thompson, building trust and rapport is way easier when you connect over shared interests and pain points. Second, don't just post for the sake of posting. Forbes' Jody Cook says your growth depends on consistently sharing content worth reading, not just cranking out mediocre stuff every day. If you're stuck, try a reintroduction post. Remind people who you are, what you do, and why you're here. Or bust a common industry myth and show how you solve real problems. This positions you as the go-to expert. Remember, thoughtful posts and a little personality go a long way. So, get out there, be authentic, and let your LinkedIn presence shine. Read more about this on our blog at salesfuel.com/blog. Next up, let's talk about how you can totally level up your inside sales game without losing your personal touch. First, here's the scoop. Blending AI-driven platforms with your CRM isn't just a techie trend. It's the secret sauce for keeping your pipeline flowing and deals moving. Think multi-channel outreach, real-time conversation coaching, and predictive analytics, all working behind the scenes so you can focus on what you do best, connecting with people. But here's the real magic. Self-discipline and mindset matter just as much as the latest gadget. Be proud if your product has a premium price. Own it and confidently explain why it's worth every penny. And don't forget, ABF. Always be following up. If a prospect says they're busy, just ask for a better time and keep that persistent mindset. You don't have to win every deal, but you should always know why you didn't. So combine smart tech with your signature confidence, and you'll be unstoppable in inside sales. You've got what it takes to thrive, so go out there and make those connections count. Download the free Sales Fuel mobile app today to get new sales tips and customer insights like this every day.
In B2B sales, credibility is everything. 71% of buyers research you online before even engaging. What does your digital presence say about you? With Sales Cred, you get the digital cred check to assess and improve your online image, AI-powered insights to stay top of mind with prospects, and real-time business intelligence to prep for meetings in seconds. Build trust, win more deals. Get a demo and 2 free profiles at salescred.com today. That's salescred.com.
If you're into marketing, let's discuss the political ad frenzy that's already heating up for the 2026 midterms. Yes, I know, 2026 feels like a lifetime away, but political campaigns are not waiting around. They've already spent $900 million this year, and total ad spending is projected to hit a jaw-dropping $10.8 billion, according to AdImpact. That's 20% higher than the last midterm cycle. So what does this mean for you? First, broadcast TV is still the big dog, grabbing about 49% of all spending. So if you're pitching media, don't sleep on local TV. But here's a twist. CTV, connected TV, is the only media type expected to see increased spending over the 2024 cycle, pulling in $2.48 billion. If you want to stay ahead, make sure CTV is in your media mix. And don't forget digital. Paid social media is projected to hit $1.43 billion. The takeaway? Political advertisers are starting earlier, spending more, and diversifying their media. If you want to win those accounts, get to know your voter audiences and tailor your proposals now. The early bird gets the worm. and maybe a slice of that $10.8 billion pie. Want more marketing research and insights about your target customer? Check out admall.com. It's the #1 business intelligence tool for media agencies in the US. The next strategy comes from our Manage Smarter podcast with hosts Audrey Strong and C. Lee Smith. In this episode, they dive into the world of category design with Eddie Yoon, co-founder of Category Pirates and Harvard Business Review contributor. Okay, friend, here's what you need to know. First, Eddie says, category design is the ultimate growth strategy. If you don't define your business's category, your competitors or customers will. And trust me, you want to be the one writing those rules. Think about Starbucks. They didn't just sell coffee, they created entirely new experiences, hello, Frappuccino, and brought in new types of customers. Second, Eddie's advice is to look for the weirdest data you can find. Seriously, super consumers, those passionate buyers, often love 9 other categories, not just yours. Find out what else they're obsessed with, and you'll uncover unexpected partnership or marketing opportunities. And finally, don't try to be everywhere. Focus on super geographies, those zip codes or regions where your product is already a hit. Why waste energy on the masses when you can dominate where it matters most? So, if you want to stand out, define your own category, embrace your weird data, and double down where you shine brightest. Hear more at managesmarter.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
You need sales to make your business grow, but how can you do that if you hire a bad salesperson? Get to know TeamTrait.com. TeamTrait is a behavioral assessment tool that helps you hire top-performing sales talent. It reveals over 150 professional mindset traits like resilience, problem-solving skills, and customer empathy. Our Forfeit Simulator can help predict who will thrive in your unique sales environment, whether it's healthcare, logistics, or financial services. Stop guessing and start winning. Ask your HR or hiring manager to visit TeamTrait.com today for a demo and 2 free profiles.
Our final strategy is for all the future leaders, sales managers, and top executives. Let's talk about why hiring your next sales superstar shouldn't be a game of gut feelings and crossed fingers. I know, it's tempting to snatch up that high-performing rep before your competition does, but slow your roll. The article points out that making a quick decision, especially without objective assessment data, can be a recipe for disaster. Here's the thing. While it might feel like a hassle to ask candidates to take assessments, it's actually becoming the norm. In fact, around 65% of employers are now using skills-based testing, according to NACE. And get this, companies that use pre-hire assessments see a 39% lower turnover rate per the Aberdeen Group. That's a huge win for your team and your sanity. So, what's the move? Use a comprehensive sales assessment that digs into not just skills, but also motivation, resilience, and decision-making tendencies. Don't just hire for what you see, hire for what you need. Remember, the best hires are made with data, not just good vibes. That's it for this episode of the Sell Smarter podcast from Sales Fuel. Listen next week for 5 more insights and strategies for sales leaders. Sell Smarter is produced by Tyler Welsh and edited by Kathy Crosett. The show is written by C. Lee Smith, Jessica Holinsky, Rachel Cagle, Darby Dahl, and Tim Londergan, and I'm your host, Allison Gray. Sales Fuel and Sell Smarter are registered trademarks of Sales Fuel Incorporated. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.